Well, Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to name his starting 11 as far as Manchester United is really concerned as we take on the team known as Crystal Palace. A team we played in the midweek and saw ourselves win that beautiful game of football by how many goals? By 3-0. With some good changes made into the starting 11, Eric Ten Hag is obviously here to keep his team winning and obviously to keep us in the winning way. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now there is a football match that is being played right now. Aston Villa is schooling Brighton. It's 4-1, 82 minutes played, 4-1, and it's Aston Villa schooling Brighton. Has the fear factor of Brighton obviously really left? We don't know. Is it because Brighton is playing into very many tournaments? Is it the departure of Casino and McAllister? God knows. But all I can let you know is that they are really struggling to come in through and obviously putting in a shift that is really well required into this juncture in here onto the United Matters channel. Now, allow me throw you into the confirmed starting 11 of Manchester United that Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to name, that has seen most of the players that obviously started against Crystal Palace obviously coming through and show up to live up to the equation. That is it. And as you see it, that is the starting 11 of Manchester United. Onana, Lindelof, Amrabat, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Højlund, Casemiro, Rafael Varane, Dalot, Pelestri. That is the starting 11 of Manchester United. We go to the substitutes. Ben Dayer, John Evans, Maguire, Eriksson, Hannibal, Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek, Anton Martial, and Garnacho. That is the starting 11 of Manchester United. If you're to talk about players that Ten Hag is going to hate and obviously bring in through, he is going to hate to start Lindelof. That has seen Maguire out of the team. He is going to hate to start Bruno Fernandes. That is going to hate to see Hannibal out of the team. And Marcus Rashford has going to hate to see Garnacho get out of that team, meaning that he has going to hate to make 3 changes that I've seen. Lindelof coming in for Maguire, Bruno Fernandes coming in for Hannibal, and Rashford coming in for Dalot. That is the starting 11 of Manchester United that Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to name to tussle it out with the side of Crystal Palace coming in from London. So let's see close to very many likes mentioned this video. You can as well go into the live chat. There is what we call a poll. You can as well vote on who you think is going to be the winner to take the 3 points away. This is a game that we need to win to obviously see to it that we obviously get 12 points in as much as the 7 games we're going to hit to play. 21 points. If you're having 12, it won't be bad in these 7 games, and I would like us to see stretch our lead to the next level. And let's go to Crystal Palace. They're having Johnston, they're having Ward, they're having Anderson, Guehi, Michel, Dokore, Hughes, Ayu, Esne, Scallop, and Mateta. And players that never really started and we have gone ahead to start today, it's Ebelechi Heze, Jordan Ayu, Ward, Anderson, and Gehi. Close to 5 players were really benched and they never started the game of Manchester United and Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. But the manager has gone ahead to obviously give them a go into this beautiful game of football to really showcase their goods, and I think those 5 inclusions might matter a lot into this beautiful game of football, but I believe that cannot stop us from obviously going in for the required win that we deserve as a club of Manchester United. That is it. I believe we are going to win this beautiful game of football and we are obviously going to go up and really give them the best that we deserve. I'm having Wenceslas Katinisa, big up RD, let's go for a win. All right, we are going for the win obviously, and we are not even looking back because all you want is a win to make it 3 in a row. Adepare Opeyemi calling in for a 2-0 win for Man United. I think it can even go to 4. It can again go to 4 because even though Gehi was part of that game, all Anderson, all Ward, all who, all the goals we scored would have gone in. Right, and we are having Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, and Lindelof, plus Bruno Fernandes back. So it shows you that we've gone ahead to bring in 4 more players. As the same applies to them, I've gone ahead to put out 4 to 5 more changes. We all benched close to 4 or 5 players, and all the players that we benched are really good, and they have a lot to add to our game. That's what they should know, and they should just get to know that we are here to attack. And by the way, we just have to make a statement win. That is it. Even last time when they played at Old Trafford, what saved them from not swallowing 4, I'm talking about the Premier League, it's because Casemiro was really red carded. But if at all Casemiro was not red carded, I wouldn't see them come any close to even taking that game to a 2-1. Gordon Muhwezi, he's calling in for a 2-1 win by Manchester United. I see us keeping a clean sheet today, by the way. Oscar Okeo, RD Man United need win. I'm Oscar from Kenya. Thank you for watching in. Oscar from Kenya. And now, let's go into the system that these two managers are going to deploy in this particular fixture. So, United is going in for a 4-2-3-1 with Erik ten Hag going in for Andre Onana. In between the stitches, he kept a clean sheet. That was his 3rd of the season, and right now he is going to chase for another. In the Premier League, he has only gone ahead to make 2 clean sheets, and we wait and see whether today will be that day that he makes really one. But when you look at that back 4, obviously we anticipated that lots of things are going to happen into that team of Manchester United, and we might see lots of clean sheets being kept because he's getting more and more chemistry into the beautiful game. And Dalot playing as a right back. Remember, he's the only right back we are really having that can obviously do the job. And this is where I obviously urge Erik ten Hag to try out Scott McTominay in the right back. That is it. Because Scott McTominay is a versatile player. He has failed himself as a central midfielder at Manchester United. He can't do anything. But if you try him as a right back, he can help us really do a very huge cover-up for Diego Dalot. And, you know, sometimes you cannot play Diego Dalot all the games because he's playing 2 games every week. You know, that is too much unceasingly, and it will cost him his fitness, and it might see him really thrown onto the sick bay. So let's wait and see how he does it in the midweek, because Dalot went ahead to play 90 minutes again when we played the side of Crystal Palace, and he's obviously going to be facing a Belechi Eze, who is playing as a left attacking midfielder, and I think he's winning the battle. Then Sofian Amrabat is going to be played as the left back. He's going to be played as an inverted left back. This style of play kills off what we call the left overlapping left back or full back. What he does when the likes of Casemiro, Rashford go here, he does not overlap, and it's very hard for you to see Amrabat come to this side of the pitch. He just shifts into the Casemiro role and becomes a sitting CDM. That is to shield the back 4, such that we are having Mason Mount, Casemiro, Pelestri, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Rasmus Højlund into the final third of the pitch, adding more bodies, meaning that you're going to be having 3 players that are obviously going to be at the half line waiting to see what really happens, you know. So that means we're going to be having close to 7 players attacking your opponent, and that will really give us something different altogether. Now, Lindelof on the right side of the central defense, Rafael Varane on the left side of the central defense, that is it. And Mason Mount and Casemiro are going to play in the double pivot, like how they played last time. But you're obviously suspicious about how this midfield is going to be when Doucouré is going to be playing with Higgs plus Sculp, because they're having some other additions to attack. That is Eze, and Jordan Ayew. Very huge question how they're going to obviously manage the game, as it puts them in a situation that doesn't really see them exposed. So I would prefer an Amrabat into this game. Maybe Scott McTominay be played as a right back and Dalot be played as a left back. But with how the manager wants to obviously give Mason Mount enough playing time to prove himself, having really gone ahead to create an assist over the weekend, you try to give him a benefit of doubt and see how you're going to perform today, because Mason Mount was brought in to play in the double pivot, but his first display was against Crystal Palace in the midweek. Is he going to go ahead and obviously take the same game to Crystal Palace? That is the biggest question that most of us are really having, and most of us waiting to see whether it's obviously going to come to pass. Alongside Casemiro with an assist and a goal in the midweek, obviously it's really one of those players that you would obviously want to be having in your team, doing what he deserves to be doing at the moment. Then I'm so happy for Facundo Pellistri starting this beautiful game of football. I never saw him start, by the way. And I know if I told the likes of Sergio Reguilon was fit, he was not going to start. Do you know why? Amrabat would have gone ahead to be playing in the pivot with Casemiro, and Mount would have gone ahead to be pulled here, or Bruno Fernandes. But I think the manager now knows the effect of playing Bruno Fernandes as a right winger. You lose out a lot onto his services that he offers to the club, and that's why I was going to hate obviously put him onto the into the central side of the pitch. Then Marcus Rashford, left attacking forward, coming in for Alejandro Garnacho, a goal scorer and a man who had a very beautiful game. And I think Rashford needs to kill off the game tonight. He needs to create more chances for Rasmus Højlund. If he doesn't, then he's going to be really the man to blame, because you need such onto your field of play, and who else is going to give you creation if it's not Marcus Rashford? No one. So we want to see Rashford obviously have a very good end product to his game in this full 90. Then Rasmus Højlund coming in for Anton Martial. Anton Martial getting himself a goal and having some good display. And I think Rasmus Højlund is ready to take on the mantle. So that is the starting 11 of Manchester United. And it's all what it's supposed to be. And Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, Lindelof are coming in for the other players that have gone ahead to be benched that never really started this game in the midweek. Captain Bruno Fernandes is back, and we are here to obviously see what is going to happen today as we take on this side of Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Let's go a little bit and see what is Crystal Palace having and bringing at Old Trafford. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at their system that they are bringing at Old Trafford with Roy Hodgson. Johnston in goal. He never started. He started off the bench, but Dean Henderson got an injury, and Johnson came on through, and he went ahead to swallow the goals. Then Gio Ward, right back, is obviously going to be facing Marcus Rashford, and I think Rashford has all what it takes to win the battle against Gio Ward. Michel is obviously going to have another battle with Facundo Pellistri, a battle that I felt Facundo Pellistri won, but he was not got onto the ball in good positions very, very well. Then Gehi returning on the left side of the central defense, and Anderson on the right side of the central defense, coming in through the needful. And they're having a huge test to really pass. Rasmus Højlund is one of the best forwards I've seen who are really all round. He's good on his foot. He has the energy. He has the aerial prowess, and he has a shot with him. So I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but all I can tell you is it's going to be a very huge battle between Gehi, Anderson, and Rasmus Højlund. Hughes and Dokore are going to play in the midfield, and I think we have all the right to win this midfield. That is it. Hughes is so much remembered for being responsible for Casemiro getting a red card. You know that. So it's high time we took this to them as a huge revenge and really beat them to pulps. That's why I'm calling in for 4-0. 4-0 is what I'm calling in for as a player of Manchester United. Sorry, as a fan, not a player. Then Shulup, central attack midfielder. Jordan Ayew, right attack midfielder facing Amrabat. Eze, left attack midfielder facing Dalot, and Jay Mateta facing Varane and Lindelof. A central defense that really managed to keep Haaland out of the game in the final of the FA Cup. That means this is going to be some easy work for them to do. So I see us winning by some good number of goals, and we are having really a very huge bench that can come in through and make a very huge turnaround. Update: Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1. Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1. So it shows you how just one position costed us a game, and people might start to make comparisons between Erik ten Hag and Unai Emery, but never make that, because when Unai Emery got his chance at a big club, he obviously failed. He never showed up to the occasion. But for Erik ten Hag, he has gone ahead to obviously show us exactly what it is. And I understand with the injuries that we had, that's why Brighton went ahead to win that game. But if we brought back all the players that are really available, Brighton will face it rough even at its stadium. So that is it. First game has gone ahead to end, and it's all about Brighton being beaten 6-1. Then I'm having Gordon Muhwezi, live from Western Region, Uganda. Thank you for watching through. Kashalav, Man United 4, Palace 0, sure win. Even me, I don't know why. People might say that I'm really carried away a lot, but I think all what we are lacking was confidence. That is it. But with the confidence we are having, I think we should obviously thrash this side of the side of Crystal Palace badly. They should be trounced, by the way. It shouldn't be beating, it should be a trounce. They should get to know that in this game there are levels, and the levels are brought about by how you keep yourself in the game. And we are here to obviously show them that we are Manchester United, and we are not looking back to obviously stop ourselves from obviously making them swallow the number of goals they're supposed to be swallowing here at Old Trafford. And second, this is Old Trafford. They need to test the wrath of this team and obviously take us to where we deserve to be. And let's continue doing this. Now, Victor Lindelof has said it's always great for momentum to win games, and hopefully we can perform well today as well. That's what we are calling in for. We need to win this game. We need to win this game and send a statement to all the naysayers, the haters, that we are Manchester United and we are not going or looking back. We should get this to where we deserve it to be, and we know we are going to turn it around. Then Victor Lindelof, everyone knows Amrabat's qualities. He had a great debut, so hopefully he can keep contributing to the team. And this is what you benefit from signing a player who is really versatile. And I know United never wanted to cough money for Sofian Amrabat because they first wanted to test him, but to me he has already gone ahead to pass that test. And let no one lie to you that he's not going to obviously thrive. This man is thriving, and he has gone ahead to show us how good he is and the qualities he brings to the club. He can play as a right back, he can play as a left back, and that means he can play as a central defender, he can play as a CDM, he can play the double pivot with Casemiro, he can play as a central attack midfielder, he can play very many positions at Manchester United. And Erik ten Hag hinted about it, and that's why he was so much insisting to get him at the club of Manchester United. And finally he was delivered, and see how much he's improving the team of Manchester United. And I think that the board and the technical side are really shameful, because they never wanted us to go for this player, and they wanted us to go for players like Højbjerg, you know, like a Premier League proven player. Ten Hag told them, I don't want Højbjerg, I want Sofian Amrabat, because I know what it brings to the club. And it's now that they know that Erik ten Hag has vast knowledge on the players that can obviously benefit the team than the technical department of Man United. Because for the technical department of Man United, they've gone ahead to make very many mistakes, and they've gone ahead to cost us very many games and very many seasons. So they should run or dance to the tunes of Eric Ten Hag. I'm having Oscar Alan Patrick. Remember, Man United will be beaten today. I don't see us being beaten, but I cannot rule out that small percentage of us losing the game. But I don't see us losing the game because we are having a better team. It's not an injured team, and we can obviously press very many buttons to obviously switch it around to get this win back to where it deserves to be. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Let me end this poll and see how you guys have gone ahead to vote. Oscar Alan Patrick, I'm in Noya District. Man United 1, Palace 2. Alright, get to know that we played this team in the midweek and it's followed 3 goals. That is it. So I think we are going to beat them. That is it. We've gone ahead to rectify very many things. Scoring as soon as we get our chances in the first half. We killed off the game at half time. Everyone knows that. 94% are calling in for a United win. 5% are calling in for a Crystal Palace win. And 1 is calling in for a draw. That is it. David Zimla can win would play against Manchester United. Yeah, if at all it's a European competition, he can play against Manchester United. He can. But I don't see them play in any European competition. If they're in the Champions League, would have gone ahead to say if at all they go through to the round of 16 and the draw puts us into their journey, then we can obviously face them. So guys, thank you David Zimla, thank you Oscar Patrick, thank you Kashalav, thank you Muhwezi, thank you Katinisa, thank you Oscar Okeyo, thank you Gordon Muhwezi, Adeparo Payemi. Thank you for watching through. I sign out for now. See you later when the game is done.